Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Sports Hit List. I am Deborah Voltaire Gouange, and this is The B Show, the place to be. Here we go. Oh, thank you for making my light brighter. That works. Working with your husband, it's so much fun. I recommend it to everyone. It's a 10 out of 10, all the way. Anywho, welcome everyone. Happy Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, Trap Thursday, take it up the booty Thursday, whatever works for you. Let's do my weekend rewind. Honestly, my week has been very boring, non-dramaful, thank goodness. I'm getting less emo. I'm coming out of my shell a little bit. I had a great dinner with my best friend, Pascal. If y'all don't know her, you're crazy. We went to this restaurant called 52 Seasons, or is it Seasons 52? Which one is it? Seasons 52. The food was okay, but what makes this place a little like ooh is that they changed their menu depending on the season. So I guess we had fall food, and it was okay. The steak was tender. I love steak. I also went to see Wakanda Forever, and that was really good. It's called Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Is this my show or the Sports Hit List basketball show? Okay, thank you. It was really good. It was sad in the end. I won't give it away for the people who haven't seen it. I don't know what you're waiting for to see it, but it was really good. I got a little emotional in the end, and I was just about to be a little and say something, but I won't because Carl hates when I do spoilers, so I won't do it to you guys. And then we also tried this new restaurant. Well, it's not new, but for us, it's new. Texas Roadhouse. I think that's the name. It was all right. It was average. It was like non-seasoned, like okay, but like seasoned with a dash of like. It wasn't like like Capital Grill steak, you know what I'm saying? But it was like you go to your friend's house and she's like, I made a steak, and you're like, it's not bad. And then when you leave, you're like, I want to eat that steak again. Like that's what it was for me, you know. And I'm trying to think, like I really went out this weekend. I was like, I don't want to stay home. I don't want to be bleh. I want to like that's my motto. I want for the next couple of weeks until the new year, because I usually do this like monthly rewind on my Instagram to just like photo dump reel. And I looked at October, and like a lot happened to me in October that obviously I'm not broadcasting, but like I was going through some things. But I was like, my reel is a little sad because I shut down and shut out people. So I said for November, I'm not going to do that. So I have like so many activity planned. What did I do on Friday? I stayed home on Friday because I wasn't feeling well. Saturday I went out. And Sunday I went out. Saturday we went to a bar. That was a good time. See, you forgot too. Um, had some really good food. I love tuna tartare. Shout out to my best friend for putting me up on that. I try to talk like the mic close to me, but then I realize it doesn't really matter, right? Like if I'm forward, if I'm back, if I'm left or I'm right, because it's going to pick up anyway. So let me just chill for a little bit. And tomorrow I'm going out with my coworkers for our friends Thanksgiving, and then I'm going out on Monday with my other like I have like friends, but I like to keep them separate. I learn that is the best way. Like it's not that I'm different with other people. It's just some people you confide in more. I'm always my authentic self because that's what I like. Oof, that's like my thing. But it's like with some people, you just have a little bit more fun time. Like I'm not gonna drink 5 shots, right? With like people who only drink water. But the people I'm going out with tomorrow, like we're gonna turn up. They're like my besties, my work husband, and so. And the most thing I'm really excited about is Thanksgiving is next week. I'm so thankful for a lot of things, even though sometimes it may seem hard that we cannot see the rainbows when you're in the midst of the storm. But I will say that I'm starting to see the yellow brick road, before I was like with Dorothy, like, fuck am I, Toto, where are we? Oh, one thing I did do is I took myself out to lunch yesterday. I mean, it was just Panera, but if you know me, that's a big deal because when I get in my mode of I don't want to be near anyone or anything, I just stay to myself like the real crab that I am in my shell. And I even got sad yesterday when I went to do my nails, my lashes, because I realized like I haven't seen my mother who lives 10 minutes away in about 4 or 5 weeks because I just wanted to stay in my bubble and not be near anyone. So I'm also really thankful for Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays because you get to be with your family and your friends. No one expects anything but to eat good, drink good, have fun. Like we play bingo, we drink, Carl plays music, we get dressed up to sit in the living room. And I'm really excited for it this year. I mean, it's bittersweet because it makes me think of my grandmother. It was like her last holiday with us 2-3 years ago. That was really, really rememberable for me. I'm saying my words. But I just can't wait to eat. Like I lost weight and I've gained it because my husband keeps buying me comfort food. Like I'm like, I don't want to go out. I just want to stay home. And he's like, okay, here's cookies. Here's this. Here's that. And my fat ass is, eating it alongside with him. And that's nothing. I was just like, oh, like I lost 15 pounds. How did I gain 7 of it back? What the F? But there was a reason why. God knows the reason why. My husband knows the reason why. He said I got a little fat, but he like it like that. Stop. Gross. Would you do that in front of your mother?
Yeah.
I doubt it. Catholic boy. So I'm ready. I usually cook for my family, my sister and I. And Carl just transports the food, right? And cleans up the mess afterwards. This year, I mean, I usually make like the family recommendations, like lasagna and whatever vegetable I want. You might have to do a mac and cheese fight off. She does a really good ham. I can't compete with her ham. Like I'm not even gonna front. And this year I'm ready to eat till there's no tomorrow. But the best thing, like is Friday. Because on Thursday you're cooking, like people who cook, you cook and you cook, and then you sit down and you eat like you put everything on your plate, right? And you're full. But Friday, when you get to go home with those, like me and my sister make, like you say for having like 10 people over, we make enough for 20, right? And people are like, damn, yeah, I got so much food. Like, what are you, the clumps? Yes. But the reason why we do that is because for Friday, you wake up and for breakfast, you have like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Then for mid lunch, you have a little bit of that and a little bit of this. And then lunch, you have a little bit of that and a little bit of that. And then and then dinner, you have that, and dessert. And then I'm done. Somebody, won't say who, person next to me, he can go until like Sunday if he really wanted to. Gross. By Saturday morning, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's enough for me. But yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to eat, drink, and then Saturday morning, hopefully we get our Christmas tree. Sunday, that weekend, could decorate. I'm still talking. We could decorate and get ready for fa la 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 la. When do you guys start putting your Christmas decorations on? If it was me, mine would be up already, but someone who's like like don't rush the holidays won't allow me to do it. Whatever. But yeah. And Carl and I will be celebrating 14 years of being happily. My singing is popping.
It's not the same. Happily is a
understatement. You're right about that, because I have not been happy for 14 years. I've been over the moon. Let me stop lying. All right, so that we can get this show going, because I'm so excited. Today I'm doing all married men. I don't know if they're happily married. Oh, stop rushing my show. Marry your husband, have him be the producer, and yeah, everything. We're going to be talking about some questions, and they may be a little really. Your whole hand is in here. God, if this was his show and I did that, he would flip out. So maybe a little racy, conversations or something. For people listening on Spotify, my husband just put his hand in the thing. It's Spotify archive. So when they listen to, you're really, no, I don't want your dirty kiss. You're really getting to me. So we're going to be talking about some questions, and mostly they may get a little racy, they may get a little blah blah blah, and then I want to do another week women, and then have maybe one or two of the men from this panel, and then two of the women from the other panels, and we could discuss most of the things that we talked about. All right, so let's get this started. We have my guy Jay Lex, and my guy Mike Phillips. And the only reason why I say Jay Lex because he's just spicy. And then we also have my husband who will be joining us. Hopefully we don't end up divorced after this. Oh, you see how we already have problems? Adidas and Reeboks? All we need is someone to wear Nike.
I could throw my Nike hat on.
Let's do it. And what's the other sport? What would be the other one? Nike, Reeboks, Adidas, Puma. Carl, put on something Puma. I know, who even wears Puma? I think I have one Puma sneaker. Well, hello, gentlemen. How are you today?
Hello, how are you?
I'm
Doing
great.
well. Deb, your Tommy is back. Tell Carl your Tommy is back.
Yeah, Christmas is canceled.
That's right.
How you guys been doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. I'm 10 more breakdowns till Christmas break. That's all I keep telling myself. I never take off for Christmas, but I took off last year because I had COVID, and that was amazing. So I think this year I'm going to take off for that week. Oh, Carl, I dropped it again. My notes. If I move, then I'm going to mess up the whole setup. All right. I hope you guys are ready for our questions today. We're waiting for the prima donna.
We'll get to work, EP.
Come on, prima donna.
He had problems setting up the show today. I was sitting here in the chair since 5:30 because he always says I'm late, and I'm sitting here at 5:30, and then at 6 o'clock he's like, "Oh, do you want to go live now?" Ooh, what are we drinking?
Shout out to Mark Moses in the chat for you, Deb. He said hi to us. He's alumni with me and Carl.
Oh, hello. Tell him, is he ready for it to get spicy?
Oh, am I ready for it to get spicy? Is the question.
The first thing Mike asked me was, am I going to get in trouble?
Listen, I want to sleep on the bed. I don't want to sleep on the couch. So you got to be careful.
Okay.
Depends what kind of couch it is.
True.
Well, listen, I have fallen asleep on it, so I will tell you that. And it's not bad.
Carl already has a shirt letting us know that whatever happens, he's not sorry for what he's saying. Got it.
Yo, Carl better be whipping dinner in that kitchen too. Better be whipping up some dinner.
Carl has gotten better. He can make chicken teriyaki, and
nice.
he can make burgers that are cooked now.
Okay, we don't got raw anymore.
Man, what? I'm confused.
That pizza, I just want to say, is almost a week old, and Carl refuses to throw it away.
Yeah, you can't waste food. Let's not be silly here.
Thank you. My. Thank you.
All right, when you have diarrhea, we'll talk about that later. All right, so first question. First of all, I have an echo, Carl.
Because you have to close the door.
And that's not happening, so I guess we're gonna have an echo. Okay, so first question is, should women be submissive to their husband?
Define submissive.
Yes,
look it up in the
thank you.
dictionary.
Yeah.
No, because it's Yeah, like what's submissive? You talking about in the
Subjective.
bedroom?
Yeah. That's
Are you
that's why.
are you
It's
talking in the
subjective.
bedroom? Are you talking about in life? Or are you talking about you just
You,
listen to
okay,
what I
so
do?
why don't you guys tell me, make a general for the three of you, what you think, and oh my God, what he thinks submissive is. I think submissive is a woman that, hello, thank you. A submissive is a woman that,
Is there a third person in the house? I don't
understand what's happening. I didn't understand either. I'm like,
Sorry, I
Casper?
had to go close the door. I'm trying to make sure she's okay with it.
I'm
All right,
like,
I'm good.
Casper, is
okay,
that
okay.
you? Thanks for being submissive, husband. No, I'm just kidding. Submissive wife is somebody that, it can mean so many different things. So maybe cooks for you, cleans for you, folds your clothes, your doctor's appointments, make sure she cooks everything you want. When you're out in public, she makes sure she looks the best, presents herself the best. When you go out to dinner,
isn't that normal?
wait, I'm not done.
Okay, I'm
when you
sorry.
guys go out to dinner, maybe you order for her. She does not order for herself.
That's wild.
When you're in the
that's
bed,
extra. No.
when you're in the bedroom, it's whatever pleases you, not mostly her.
No.
And so there's like that's what I said. I went from the general to like the extreme.
Okay.
Okay.
Gets
Okay, we got it.
literally gets on her knees, like whatever
All right.
you
So
want.
I guess if you want, can I jump in first?
Yeah. So should your wife have a submissive attitude?
So you listed a lot of different
No,
things.
like literally no.
You listed a lot. You listed a lot of different things, right? So what Jay said with wanting to look their best when you go out with them and when you're going out to dinner and stuff, that's normal, right? That's not necessarily being submissive.
Well, let me not say maybe like look their best, like you decided what they're wearing.
No, all right. So okay, that's different. I think it's boring to have
This
a
will
submissive.
be your last time on my show. I want you to know that.
I think it's boring to have someone that's submissive. And this is why. Because there's no spiciness in it, right? Like I like to treat my wife the best, just like I hope she would want to treat me the best. So I feel like there's an equality more so than a submissiveness. It's we want to work together as a relationship, but at the same time, like, do I want her to cook sometimes? Absolutely, but not all the time. I like to cook sometimes too, right? I like to whip it up in the kitchen. In the bedroom, the most excitement a man gets is seeing a woman get excited. So, think of it that way, that it's a twofold situation where you want them submissive, but you also want to please them.
Jay?
There's got to be a middle ground. Once again, I think the word submissive is overused. I think some of the things you were talking about are just normal things. It should work both ways. So you should be submissive to each other, but I do think there should be like levels to it. Like there are, like for instance, you can't have two people who are in a relationship who are both need attention. That's why actors don't work. Like actors who date each other don't work because they're both seeking attention. You do need somebody who's going to kind of play the background, even though they're your equal, but they still, like you can't. I'll give you an example. I was at my cousin's housewarming. This was many years ago. And one of his ex-girlfriends came with her new husband. And her new husband was like super, like he's like super over the top. He was a guy seeking attention and he had money. So the song, I think it was Movado who made the song, Box of Money. So your man starts peeling off hundreds and putting them in the Corona boxes at the party. He was making really good money. I'll just say that. I think it was a chef or something. Now, in that situation, he's the new husband. He's a guest. These are her friends. I felt like he should have fell back. And she was pissed. She was pissed off because she's somebody who should have been front and center in that particular situation. I think the submissive thing works based upon the situation, especially when you're out. So if it's Carl's event, Carl, unless he says, hey, babe, can you take the lead, should be in the front. But if it's your event, Carl should fall back. Like basically, I think that's how the whole submissive thing should work. And the bedroom is, you should be equal, basically, in my opinion.
I think honestly, it's a healthy balance. I think if I have to speak on my own experience in being married for 7 years to my lovely wife, it's a balance. I think there are times where I like her to be submissive, and there are times where she wants me to be submissive. So I think it's a healthy balance that they both, and that goes in all facts when it comes to being in the bedroom, when it comes to being around people. I think sometimes my wife likes when I check her. She likes to be checked, and she like sometimes looking like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I think
you need that too.
yeah. So, and
You
there are
need
other days where
that.
she checks me too, like, it's annoying. Like today, like she's like, your dentist appointment is tomorrow. I'm like, yo, stop clocking me. But then I called the dentist to confirm, like, and I'm like, all right, like my wife got my back. You see what I'm saying? Like it's little stuff like that where I'm like, like she
Balance,
just
yeah.
does it, or like I know like my role is like I gotta like I call myself the gopher in the family. Like I don't know if that's called being submissive, but like anytime something's needed and she's home, I'm the one who's gonna walk down the block to go get it. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? So
I do the same, Carl. I do
yeah,
the
you see what I'm
same.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like whether it's medicine or
I
whether
don't
she's
think that's
missing
a
something.
gopher. I think that's a husband being a provider and a protector.
No, right. But again, I always joke around and say I'm the gopher, but like I like push the shove, but some men won't do that though. You see what I'm saying? Like they'll be like, that's not my problem.
That's true.
And there's some people who have that mentality, or it's like, I guess the counter to being like, if your wife is not, if your wife isn't submissive to you, that means you're a, what is it, like a beta male or something like that? That's the comment that they say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
It's
think
like
a
all
lot of
these
times
words
people, yeah, I think a
No,
lot
I'm
of
sorry,
times
go ahead.
people confuse that whole beta male thing and saying like, I don't think it like whatever it is, but it's not that I'm not dominant. There's some things I really just don't care to be like, put my foot down about. Like if I really care about it, I'm going to put my foot down. If I really don't, like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, the whole submissive thing too is just like overused. It's just such a like a trigger word, because like certain people, especially for people who are married, I'm not, or people who've been in long-term relationships, that there's a balance to be had, but people are like so on opposite ends of the spectrum with everything. So if you say, oh, you're being submissive, oh, you're a simp, you're a beta, or I don't know what the equivalent would be for a woman. So, I think it's just, it's good for content, but it really doesn't serve a purpose.
I gotta give you an example. Like the first week I think I started doing laundry because I do laundry. And I told my mom I do laundry. She goes, what? He goes, you do laundry? I was just like, yeah. Yeah. I was just like, yeah. She goes, she was surprised to hear that because again, in the old school culture, she does everything. You see what I'm saying? So it's like to her, it's like, why is he doing laundry? Yeah. That's how but that's how I was raised. My mother did everything.
But
She did all the household.
I think also what Jay said about the word submissive being overused, because a lot of the times when you say someone's submissive, it's used in a negative connotation, right? But as we just spoke about, being submissive doesn't mean you're in a bad relationship, right? It doesn't mean that. It means that you're in a relationship where both people care about each other and it's a balance, right? I don't think it's submissive and they're doing everything for you. If they're doing everything for you, they might be doing that by choice. It's not because you're making them, because everybody has a choice to be in a relationship where if it's going to be something that's going to be negative to them, they have also the choice to leave.
Yeah, but you know what, Mike? I kind of disagree because there are people who are in situations where someone's making them do something and they don't have that, I guess you can say, the person that like the backbone to get up and say no and leave. Some people just
not realize
abide by it.
Yeah,
right,
or not
right,
realize.
Yeah.
Hey, true or false? Most men want a submissive woman. Don't think about you guys. Think about in general. True or false? Most men want a submissive woman.
True. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like
and why do you think that?
Because you're the man.
Anybody would say that.
Yeah, I think that's the testosterone in you. It's like you're a man and you want a woman to be submissive to you. That's just the makeup of society. Yeah.
It's also because of the old school mentality that Carl was mentioning before, right? That old school mentality is your grandpa, your father, like these different generations, they're telling you how it was, right? So now that there's more of a liberty by women and more, feelings of free spiritness, that isn't the common denominator anymore. So of course, men are still going to want that. Are they going to get that? I don't think so. But every man's going to want that because of what they've heard, the stories, what they've seen in movies, how it's been portrayed. Of course, anybody would want. And it also goes back to men thinking of their moms, in a certain sense, that nurturing aspect. So if you have someone doing everything for you, it's like it's a mom figure.
Jay Lex, why are you surprised, man?
Because I was doing laundry at a young age. The only thing I didn't learn was how to cook, but I was doing a lot of things at a young age by myself. So
you know
it's a
what,
little bit-
my mother wouldn't let me do laundry because she told me that I'd be she said I would waste water. Like my mother went to Haiti for like 2 weeks and I did laundry. She's like, I
See,
told you
I'm
not to
just a
touch your clothes.
moderator, so I'm not trying. I'm just trying to moderate this. I'm not trying to
just telling you the
speak
truth.
on Carl. I want him to tell the truth, but right now he's
No,
not
go ahead.
saying that much.
I'm not what?
You're not saying that much.
What are you
Nah,
talking about? What am I
go
not
ahead.
saying?
When
Say it.
Carl and I first got together,
my
married,
gosh.
dating, I was very submissive because that is what Carl was used to. He's used to
Yes, but then
his mother cleaning for him, cooking for him.
Thank you. See, that's what I'm talking about.
I used to pack Carl's clothes. I used to put his clothes away. It wasn't until like 2 years ago that I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Wait, I was doing laundry.
Good for
I was
you.
doing laundry back in 2012. What are you talking about?
You weren't doing laundry when we first moved to Kirkman.
Yes, I was.
Carl, it took at least like
here
2
we go.
years.
Let me
And
It
I
put
wasn't
was
back.
3 years. No, it took like at
Carl.
least 6 months. I used to go with you, Debbie. I used to go with you to do
You used
the
to go
laundry.
with me because you were like, "Oh, I should help you."
Oh my
pick up
god,
the bag.
You don't remember the trick that you played on me where you said like we're gonna do role reversal? You don't remember that whole role reversal where you were like,
No,
oh,
but you
I
didn't
used to
start
wash
washing
dishes?
until we moved here.
That's not true. That's a lie. I used to wash dishes at Kirkman. You're lying now. No, don't do that.
Occasionally,
Come on.
Carl.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
do
we're
that.
trying to
Don't
get
do
the
that.
math
Don't do
show
that.
today.
right
No,
now.
I am
don't do
so
that.
happy.
Don't do that.
I
Don't
am
do that.
so
Don't do that.
You
Don't
want to
do
know?
that.
I wish I could call Courtney and Ashley because
Keep
they're like the
going.
third people in
Keep
our
No, don't do that.
relationship.
Don't do that.
And they will say, "Yes,
Oh.
Carl."
Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what? I'm
Look
gonna be
at
quiet
you.
now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But you
We're
have
not
to
gonna
at
do
least
that.
admit, Carl, that that's all the things. When we went through our problem, that was one of the things. You literally,
things?
you know that you were like,
What?
what happened to you? You used to make sure the fridge was packed, my clothes was this and this, that, and that.
That's not what I said, but I'm not gonna get into it. Whatever. I'm not even gonna get into it. Let me quiet now.
Because right now you're like, who you are now is not the same person you are. And I'm very grateful.
I'm not saying yes,
you can't
I'm not the
say
same person,
that
but you
you
can't tell
weren't-
but you can't tell me back in Kirkman I wasn't helping out with the chores. I wasn't helping you clean, I wasn't doing laundry.
It was
and
you were
dishes.
doing lightweight. Now you are officially like, let me really help you.
Okay.
We're on a sports channel watching a married couple argue. This is amazing.
No, we're not arguing. I'm just saying, like, for the people who are maybe like Carl, they could identify because you guys are like, nah. Well, Mike says a little bit like, yeah, your mom did all those things, and you kind of look for that in your partner if that's what you grew up with.
Right.
And I would like for Carl to be like, yeah,
That's
those
true.
are some of the things that I did look for.
But you started checking me early about those things, though. I started doing those things before. Like I said, I was doing laundry, like I said, back in 2013, 14. I was the one doing them.
But did you start out?
No, I didn't start out.
Oh.
I didn't. That wasn't a part of the argument. I'm talking about me now. That wasn't part of the argument. That wasn't part of the argument. That wasn't part of the argument. Oh my God. Whatever.
Anyway,
Whatever.
okay, can being controlled in a relationship be a good thing?
Yes.
If you have some type of problem, yeah.
Like
if you're an alcoholic, for sure. There's no drinking. in
Or
the
you
house.
spend too much money. Yeah.
I knew that's what it
Yeah.
was gonna be because that's me.
Of course. Yeah. And
You
I've been
got
better
another-
at
you got
that
another
too.
rant going?
I've been better at that too when it comes to money. Yeah. Yeah.
But what I mean, there's a difference, right? Like, for example, I used to be a person that didn't really care about paying bills, saving money. And Carl was like, ain't gonna
I was
work
like
like
that.
that, boo-boo. You cannot do that. It took a long
Yeah,
time.
you gotta be a little frugal. Yeah.
But I'm there now. I don't ask him for any help or anything. I pay my own credit card bills. We're Gucci. But that's helping. But what about controlling is like, oh, I'm sorry. This is all I know. All I can say is from the relationship that I'm in is if somebody's like, you cannot post those things because I don't like it, you know, and it's a simple photo, but they're like, no, you can't post that. So you have to ask them for permission. Well, maybe
There's
not
context.
permission,
There's context to that, but I'm not even gonna get into
but
it.
I didn't say you. So
Oh,
you know what I'm
Carl,
saying?
got
you
another
put your
coming. Here
foot
we
in your
go.
mouth.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Or there's some people who are like, you can't post those things because I don't like that if somebody looks at you that way. Is, you know, and there's also like controlling, like, what you eat, what you wear, you know, or who
Like you
go
do to
out with.
me. Yeah, she does. If I walk out the house wearing
This
something
is
that doesn't
not
look like,
this is not a therapy session.
I'm not trying to make a therapy session.
I'm
but
just
you're
speaking
saying
on general facts for you guys to speak. This is like not
The
the question
control.
list where
Once
you're the
again, that's a that's an iffy thing. Like if it's something provocative, I can understand if they're not comfortable. But also, were you doing that before you met them? Is one of the questions I'd have. Like if you were doing that before, I think I shouldn't say it's controlling. I can understand you being uncomfortable. It's like, you know, when somebody walks by and, you know, a woman walks by and you look at her behind and the boyfriend gets upset. I mean, you can't control everything. I guess you can. I don't personally get bothered by stuff like that, but you know, I can't speak for everybody. I think it's a little controlling, but if you're okay with that,
I think you, Jay, I think whatever you said, it hit on another issue, because the way Deb and Carl looked at each other, I could feel the daggers. I could feel the daggers.
One time I went to the corner store and there was a girl walking. I'm a very big person. Like, I'm like, Carl, look at her butt. Oh my God. Like, if it's ridiculous, right? And one day Carl was literally like this. God damn.
Yo.
And I was like, Carl, I'm here. And he was like, huh? So that's
listen,
roasted right now. What is going on?
I'll say this though, to my defense, I took my L that day, because whatever I saw walking there that day, it's just like I took my L. I was wrong. I was dead ass wrong, and I didn't have any sunglasses trying to cover it up. It was just it was a mess. It was a hot mess.
But you also said "God damn" as you right there.
Said again, I could have, bro. There are certain times, I don't know if you guys have ever been in that situation, but it was yeah.
Yeah, but you say it in your mind. You say it in your mind, and you check your neck real fast. You're like, Carl, I gotta crack it.
Here's what you do, Carl. You wait for them to walk by a little bit, then you pretend like you're looking for a store, and then you look. That's how you do it.
Yeah. I learned my lesson that day. I definitely did.
I'm like, wow, Carl, look at her booty. And he was like, God damn. I'm like, really?
Wait, hold on a second. So you looked and you said, look at it. And he said, God damn. And then you get offended. So why would you show it to him in the first place?
No, I saw the big old booty and I was like, God damn. Because it was huge, right? So if I'm like, for you to look, you could be like, damn, that is a big butt. Let's keep it moving.
You said goddamn first.
No, I said to him, look at that butt. He was like, God damn, and just kept going. Oh, and I'm pretty sure it was also a green light, and he did not go. Like, he literally stopped to keep looking. And that's what had me upset. I'm like, really? Like, I get it. Like, let's go. You know?
So don't point it out to him in the future. You'll avoid all the problems. That's it.
I messed up because we went to a wedding on last month, and I was like, everyone in this room must got a BBL because every woman there had like a big old booty. And I was like, Carl, I'm really hungry. I just want some appetizers. And he was just like, huh? Because he was looking at all the butts.
No, I wasn't. I really wasn't though. I wasn't. You're lying. See, now you're lying. You're lying.
What happened?
I went to go look for appetizers, and you thought I was going to look for ass. And that's what happened. That's what happened. And I wasn't, yo. I wasn't. She be making stuff up. Trust me. Don't listen to her.
Anyway, can controlling be a good thing in a relationship?
It can. I think it depends on the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like if someone's so if someone's an avid gambler, you kind of want to try to control their spending habits. Like I'm not.
Yeah, you gotta.
Like I think it gets too extreme if you're giving someone an allowance or you're telling them how much they can spend. Like I think a lot of people do that. I think that's completely wrong. But there are certain things, like I said, like when it comes to fashion, I don't have a great fashion sense. And there's sometimes I'm leaving the house and they're like, what the fuck are you wearing, bro? No, absolutely not. And she'll tell me to go back home. Like I think there are certain things that Deb's controlling about, and there's certain things that I'm controlling about, which kind of
Deb, you should do that all the time. You should do that all the time with what he wears.
Mike, and what do you feel?
So if we're looking at it in the addict sense of some kind, then I definitely think a controlling partner is a good thing. I also think it's a good thing in when partners come together, right? Hear me out here. So if a person has lived a certain lifestyle or they've been a certain way, if they get into a relationship where their partner is controlling and maybe doesn't like what they're doing, they could also be helping them in the end. They could be helping them because they could be giving them a different outlook of what they were doing, something maybe they didn't see it that way, right? So that's where controlling can be good. Where a person tells you you can't be with X, Y, and Z as a friend anymore, you're only going to go see mom and all that on certain days, because I want
I've
you
known
with
a couple
you all the
situations like
time.
that. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that is absolutely no good. It is toxic. And I know that's what Carl does to me with the sports hit list. So that's why I'm saying it's toxic.
Yo,
Thanks.
homie, they are piling on to you today, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
They're
It's
killing
okay.
you, B.
Husband against husband. Who
My
do I
show just
choose?
got canceled. That's why he's saying it's all
It's
good.
all good. It's all
Who do
good
I
because
choose? Husband against husband. I'm going
because
white.
Deb sets these questions up. Like she writes these questions just to set me up. I know she.
I'm
Go for
going
Tommy.
for white because white is white.
Yeah, go for Tommy. Go for Tommy.
Look at God. Okay, Mike, you actually brought up a good point about a toxic relationship. So depending on each other, needing each other, that's healthy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Having a husband who's 100% dominant, you guys agree that's not healthy.
It's not
No.
healthy.
But what if there's a woman who likes that, like wants a guy to maybe ask her, like, where are you? What are you doing? What time will you be home? Or when you get home, you need to do this, this, or that.
Spitting on them in the bed, stuff like that.
But there's some, like, I literally had this conversation with one of my friends the other day. Like, there are some women who, they call their significant other daddy, sir, like in public and home.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a little too much.
It's too much.
Like,
that whole daddy thing, no.
I don't need to
That's
do it
too
in
much.
public.
That whole daddy
in the
thing, by the
bedroom,
way, is not cool at all.
I mean, in the bedroom is different, but in public,
Yeah, keep that private.
That's a little too much. I wouldn't want you to call me daddy in public. Like
There's no need for
Again, it goes back to this though.
That's
right?
somebody's daughter that you're in
Yeah.
the bedroom with. Let's not take that to the public. Let's not take that to the streets, please.
So
Ugh.
you got to look at it. You got to look at it this way too, though. We spoke about how some men can be looking for that motherly figure, right? There's women out there that's
Exactly.
what they want because they want that fatherly figure. They could have been
on it,
in
Mark.
bad. They could have been in bad childhoods where, their father might not have been around and they were always looking for that type of, comfort. So now they're trying to find that in the older individuals that they might be with. They could be even older men for younger women, stuff like that, because they need that father figure there that's going to take care of them, that's going to nurture them. You make that face, Jay, but I'm telling you, you see it all the time. They make movies about it. And most of Hollywood is a 25-year-old with a 90-year-ld. Why? Because they were not taken care of as a child.
Because they need the status and the money.
Yeah, it's the money. It's a lot more towards the money.
But
I don't know.
The money too, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I get what you're saying.
It's the money,
but
because it's the money because Deb tells me all the time. She goes, if I die, right?
Yeah.
She goes, she's gonna marry an old white guy. It's as simple as that for his money. Like I know what it is already.
No, it's because I'm pretty.
I say that
Because
to you
I'm
so you
pretty,
don't feel
Carl.
bad. No. What,
It's because
what
I'm
do you
pretty.
Yeah.
think? I
But
think I don't know. I think what Mike said is true. Or even if you don't have that age gap, there are some women who like a man who's a little bit more in control. Like
You like that?
like a father figure, you're being intimate with this person. You're being intimate with. Are you imagining your father when you're?
No,
with
you're not imagining your
it's
father.
not the imagining of. Yeah, it's not the
It's that
imagining of the actual
security,
father
like
or
Mike is
mother.
saying. That security,
blanket.
that's something that maybe you didn't have when you were younger.
Okay, I can see
and
that
so
a little bit.
As an adult,
I heard the
that's
daddy
something-
thing, and I got it.
Well,
You got
maybe
scared.
you
That's a
say that in
trigger.
the-
That's a trigger, Jay. Like that's a trigger for you.
Maybe you say it in the bedroom, but
It's not a trigger. It's just ugh.
Yeah,
it's
no, I
true.
get you.
And maybe it doesn't have to be 35 and 80, but it could be 35 and 37. There's some men who are also that strong with personalities, and they also
Okay.
look for women
That
who
makes
want-
a little more sense. Okay, I can see
who
that.
want
Yes, I can
that
see
that where are you going? What are you wearing? No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Run that by me first. Let me see how much
It's
you
not
get
part of my
paid.
personality. That's why it's
And
not part of my personality. That's why I don't.
Yeah, no.
Exactly what Mike is saying. There's some women and some men who that is their personalities. And there's some people who say that's not their personality and it is.
Okay, I can respect that. I can see what you're saying. Okay, but it's not me. That's why it's a little difficult to, I can't imagine asking my wife, "Oh, where are you going tonight?"
A perfect example is Carl and I, we go to therapy. And we didn't even realize this, but our therapist said, like, because Carl would be like, where are you going? Who you going? What time you'll be back, right? And our therapist was like, Carl, stop doing that. She doesn't have to tell you where she's going. She does because she wants to. And we were like, I was like, really? And Carl was like, what?
But it goes twofold though. Like
wait. Carl felt like maybe it wasn't him like trying to be like controlling. It's kind of like a protector, right? Like, I want to know who you're going with. God forbid if something happens, I want to know. But we actually learn in therapy, like, your significant other doesn't have to tell you those things. If they say I'm going out, I'm going out, I'm going out.
But then that also goes to insecurities too that a person may have, right? So I know this isn't a therapy session, but not only could it be that they want to be a protector, but they also have an insecurity that if you're not going to tell them, that maybe in the back of their mind, they're thinking something negative instead of, oh, my significant other is just going out.
So let me ask Mike. So Mike and Jay, if your wives say that they're just going out, do you expect them to tell you where they're going?
I would hope they would. At least I would hope my wife.
But if she doesn't though, are you going to ask?
If you want to get into my vault, of course, I'm gonna feel a certain way. I'm gonna feel a certain way if I'm not.
Jay, same thing for you too.
I probably wouldn't know.
You wouldn't ask if she says she's going out. That's it. No. Okay. All right.
And we're seeing here who's controlling Jay.
I'm not controlling. I'm not controlling. You just did it to me just now. I told you I'm going out tomorrow. You're like, oh, you didn't tell me. I'm like, yes,
I wouldn't ask that question. I mean, it's different if she was going like overseas or something, but like if she's like, oh, I'm just going out with a couple friends. All right, cool. More quiet in the house.
No. Not I'm going out with a couple friends. I'm going out. That's it. I'm going out. I'll be back.
Yeah, there's no specificity to it. There's no specificity to it.
There's nothing. Yeah, but again, Deb just did the same thing to me just now. I told her tomorrow I'm going out. She's like, "Oh, you didn't tell me." I'm like, "Yes, I did. I told you."
Why did I? No context. Why did I say that?
I don't know why.
I was like, because you don't go out. And second, if you go out, you'll say like, "Oh, I'm going out."
Who you going to see, Carl? Huh?
I'm going out. I told her. I told her I'm going out.
Where are you going to hang out with? You're not even inviting us, Carl. What happened here?
For real, right?
No, because then when he's like, I did tell you where I'm going. You just don't listen to me when I talk. I'm like, all right, maybe that's true. But then I was just like, you don't drive far. Like, you drive far every day. I just didn't like why you would drive far on a Friday to go out drinking, like an hour away.
Well, first of all, number one, you're not going to be home. Number two, in therapy, we've discussed about, again, I should be out and we should be able to separate.
No, I completely agree. It just caught me off guard because, like you said, you told me and I just didn't remember. And when you did tell me this time, I was like, everyone knows Carl, it does not like to go anywhere far unless he has to. So when he said he's driving an hour to drink with his coworkers, I was like, all right, just be safe. That's an hour drive.
Hey, gas is $4 right now. Let's not act silly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't drive too far for a drink. I mean, Zoom drinks are good too, Carl.
Gallon right now. Let's not.
And I
Zoom drinks.
I
said up the other day. It was like $60.
I said, do you, be you, have fun. Just make sure you don't bring nobody back in my house when I'm not home. That's all I said. Next question. True or false? Men want to be overly praised for basic treatment.
That's true.
True.
Yeah. I'll take
true.
Damn right.
Yeah.
You're damn right. Yeah. You're damn right. Praise
we pick up one dish off that table. You better say thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you damn right. Yeah.
But isn't that something like, yes, I'm grateful that you wash the dishes. Thank you. But if that's your thing, like I cook, you wash dishes, are you supposed to say it every night?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, because I say thank you to you every night after you cook. Absolutely.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do. I say thank you every night. I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know I do. I say thank you to you every day. Every day. I send you text messages saying how much I appreciate all you do for me. What are you talking about? Like, I do these things. Come
This
on
is
now.
an amazing therapy session, by the way.
No, because
This
I
is
do
amazing.
this. No, I do.
No, because I've learned that Carl is a yes boy. So you have to tell him like, good job, yes boy, you did good. Yes, good
But
job.
there's context to that.
Pat on the back.
There's context to that. Why?
I gotta tell
Why
you,
is that?
this Carl that y'all see that's at home,
No, there's context. Why is that? Tell them why.
because when you were growing up, you didn't get that from your mommy and daddy.
No, it's true. Again, the baggage that you are as an adult is stuff that doesn't happen. Like as a kid, if I bring home a good grade, it's like, okay, I graduated, wasn't enough. There was no thank you. There was nothing. There was no form of acknowledgement to do anything. Nothing at all. And we still go through it till this day.
You feel the best for him.
Yeah.
When you
It
look
We
feels
didn't talk
good.
about households. So.
It feels good to be appreciated sometimes. Just like on the flip side, women can't come to their spouses and say, you never say thank you to us, right? It's twofold. It's one of those things. It's appreciative thing, right? You need to send out those appreciative texts. You need to say,
I agree with that.
randomly,
I do.
just randomly go up to them and say thank you, right?
Okay, so this brings my next question. Are men and women equal in a relationship?
Yes.
No.
No, I don't think so. I think it fluctuates. I think it
Wait,
depends
who
on the
said
time.
no like strongly? Who just said no?
I
Jay
did.
Lex.
Okay,
Jay
Jay.
did.
Not me.
Jay, tell us why.
Because equality doesn't exist from a standpoint of you're my girlfriend, my wife, husband, boyfriend, whatever case may be. Yes, but we have different, how do I say it? We have different responsibilities. We have different, as an example, most men, excluding anomalies, are the protectors. So that gives you a different status than a woman. Like a woman, if we're talking traditional, a woman's a nurturer, a man is a protector. If somebody breaks into your house, as an example, excluding anomalies, more times than not, Carl's going to have to get up and handle business. Or anybody else who's watching this is going to have to get up and handle business.
Carl's
That's
crawling under his bed.
So it gives you,
Carl's
Nah,
crawling under his bed.
Whenever she hears a noise, I get up. I definitely get up though.
Yeah,
No,
so
you be
you
like
have to
this.
be-
Stop playing. Stop playing.
That's exactly what he's doing.
But-
Stop playing. Stop playing.
But Carl has that responsibility. So I don't think it's equal in terms of maybe your responsibilities in the house, things along those lines. But women are naturally, I know some women are going to see this and they're going to be like, oh no, I can be that. But let me tell you something. Somebody breaks into your house or somebody tries to start a fight with you and Carl doesn't do anything, you're going to feel some type of way because he's the protector. So he has a different level of status. So
see,
that's why
different. I have to cut you off there because even though Carl and whatever guys is dominant as F, when it comes to that, Carl, what do you do when somebody says something to you and we're in public? What happens?
There's a difference though.
Carl, what happens?
I just say 3, 2, 1, and I unleash the beast. And I let Debbie handle it. Right, I'll walk away because I know she's going to take care of it. But on the flip side of that, if someone disrespects her, fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one time we had a way to disrespect her. One time we had a way to disrespect her. I chased the man back into the kitchen just so I could have a few words with him because he was disrespecting. Like, don't ever do that to me. Don't ever do that. So it's a difference if something's going to happen. If someone's being disrespectful to me, I know my wife is going to step in. But if it's on the flip side, I'm going to step in straight up.
Right, exactly. But if it ever gets physical, 99% of the time, Carl's going to have to handle it. That's a huge responsibility. So that's why when I say we're not equal, there's certain responsibilities that men have. I know it's different today. Women want to say that they're equal, but like my wife is my equal in a lot of respects. But guess what? Somebody goes and steps to her, I'm gonna handle that. I'm gonna more times than not handle that, especially if it gets physical.
Well,
because I have the girth, I have the size to handle that. So, and I'm looking at it from that standpoint. I'm not looking at it from you cook, I do the dishes thing. I'm looking at it from strictly like a protective standpoint.
Well, Mike, being the one that has 2 kids and a wife, would you say the same, that men or women are equal?
So it all depends, right? Like with bringing in income, there could be inequality between men and women in the amount of income that's brought into a household, right? when it comes to responsibilities within the household, there's an equality between men and women. But then I also agree with Jay with what he was saying in regards to, there's more of a responsibility for men. Like for me, I'm not only protecting one woman, I'm protecting three, right? I'm protecting
We got
three
it.
Yeah. You have two
women
daughters,
in
right?
my household. Huh? Two daughters.
You have
Two daughters,
right?
and
Yeah.
then my
Three
wife.
and a half.
Well,
Three
you're
and
not
a half,
here.
sure.
When you're here, it's a big four. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the special one, right?
Thanks.
But it comes down to, you're absolutely right. There's a protector, there's a nurturing that are different, right? The mother is going to be more nurturing than the father because the father has to be the disciplinarian in a household when it comes to kids, right? So there's more responsibility there. There's going to be differences in that. So in that type of equality, no, but that is okay, because if there's not that equality, that does not mean there's not a healthy relationship. There's actually probably a healthy relationship when people know their boundaries of where they lay in the relationships.
Okay. Carl,
Yeah,
say your
absolutely. He's
famous
absolutely
line.
right.
Carl,
line?
say your famous line.
What's line?
But I don't walk behind. Come on, Carl. I threw you the alley oop.
I don't know what line you're talking about.
That I don't walk behind you.
I walk beside you. Oh yeah, I always say that. Like, it's a matter of, they always say that behind every man is a great woman. I tend to say next to, so my wife is next to me as opposed to being behind me. But I do agree, like there are certain things that requires a man to take care of, and there are certain things that requires a woman to take care of. So based off of that, they're not equal, but you want to try to split the responsibilities, I guess, in the sense that it doesn't seem like it's all on one person's shoulders to do it, if that makes sense.
Right. I agree with that. Yes.
Okay, well, we're gonna wrap up because Carl's gonna take me out to dinner. If
No, I'm not. You said we staying in to watch The Crown. You just said we staying home.
because you decided to eat pizza, even though
I didn't eat it. I didn't even finish it.
So now you
I didn't even finish it.
and I have makeup on, so someone needs to see me. Lex, welcome to our marriage. It's really amazing.
No, it's really not, bro.
The
This is
only thing I'm missing is y'all cursing at each other in Creole. That's it. That's all that's missing.
Oh, we do sometimes.
That's all.
I'm telling you, we need a reality show. You know how many people would watch it? Carl doesn't want to. My manager literally met Carl and she was like, please, can you guys have a reality show?
Once I'm tenured, I'll do it. And they can't fire me.
You should, man. Absolutely. You can produce it and everything. You get that extra production money.
Exactly. Isn't that what people told you too? He's
Do your own
afraid.
show.
Carl's afraid of me. That's the problem. He's afraid that I will get us into Lucy's job. Anyway, so the last 2 minutes we have, I usually ask some, like if you can meet a celebrity or something like this. But since we're almost time for Thanksgiving, tell us one thing you are each thankful for. We'll start with Jay.
I am thankful for the family that I have. I'm thankful for another year here, obviously. But I'm thankful just to be healthy and to have the people that I have around me, which is very nice. A lot of good people. So I'm very thankful for that.
And obviously thankful for me. Mike, what are you thankful for?
Yeah.
I'm really thankful for my girls. And that's not just my daughters, that is also my beautiful wife. You guys are strong enough to air out, your differences, but my wife's got to deal with my knucklehead, right? Meaning me. And she puts up with a lot. And so God bless her. I'm thankful for her, for how strong she is every day, how she pushes me every day. But the most thankful thing I'm for is seeing my girls smile every time I walk through the door.
Oh my God.
That's a great feeling. But I'm thankful for you too, Deb, for my chocolate, my chocolate.
Yes,
my chocolate.
Baby.
I'm thankful for you, Deb. I'm thankful for you.
I'm thankful for you too, my love.
The cliche answer is to say I'm thankful for my wife, right? But honestly, it's for my mental health. I think, after COVID and shit, if you asked me 7 years ago or 6 years ago, would I be where I am now? I'd be like, yeah, right. But honestly, I would say it's my mental health. It's just being able to get back and being myself, being my true self and having fun. And I would say, honestly, that's what I'm thankful for.
I will
Also
say,
saying-
sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
go
Jay.
ahead. I was
No.
gonna say I'm also thankful for the sports hit list. ESPN
Oh, yeah,
and FS1. We got our own thing here.
Yes, sir.
I will say,
No,
I mean, I say this all the time, I'm an advocate for it. I'm thankful for therapy, honestly, because without it, I wouldn't know. Like Carl said, the person I was 6 years ago, I wouldn't know that person actually wasn't that happy. Like who I am now, my authentic self, and where I am, so much better. Like I'm thankful for that. I'm no longer a submissive wife, and that I am a independent woman, and I know my worth. And I'm thankful for the growth in my marriage, and thankful for like to be able to be honest. You know, people are going through so much and they keep it inside, or they put on like a mask just to be like happy for, like, to make other people happy, but deep down they're not happy at all. I'm so grateful that I could say to someone right now, like, I can't entertain you. I can't be there for you because I need to work on myself. And that's what I would say.
Very
I'm
nice.
thankful for growth.
Very nice. That's
Bro,
awesome.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely, for sure.
Growth. And
Agreed.
obviously I'm thankful for my husband, my family, my friends, and all the white men in the world.
Michael Phillips.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
I can't bleach. I can't bleach my skin, man. There's nothing I can do. Everything. else.
Now
Oh.
we don't need no. What's that? Who was
Listen,
the
Sammy Sosa.
yes.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Relax
Sammy
there.
Or
Sosa got
no,
that
better
just-
yet, I'm gonna say, and he's gonna get upset. Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Listen, Michael
Oh,
had
here
a
we
skin
go,
disorder.
Here we go.
No,
He had a
Michael
skin
Jackson had
disorder, right?
legitimate skin disease.
No,
You
he really
guys,
did. He
come
had skin.
on.
It was skin pigmentation. Trust me. I did the research on it. He really did. Mike did.
Bill
It wasn't his
Lago.
fault.
Let's not
It wasn't his
disrespect
Yes,
the
a lot
goat
of
here.
people have it, and it's a little spots. Michael had spots and was like, "No, I got to do my whole body now."
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Let's not
Don't be
disrespect the
disrespectful.
goat here. Okay.
Yeah, please. Let's
We're-
not.
we're-
Leave
we're
Mike
not
alone.
gonna-
Oh,
man.
so now it's
Fuck
two.
that.
Jay, I didn't know you're on the same bandwagon. I
No pop fest out,
apologize.
yeah, okay? We're not
Yeah,
do
you
that
pop
today.
fest out. We're not gonna do that. That's not nice. We're not gonna do that to
Nah,
Mike.
we're
Leave
not-
Mike
I'm
alone.
about to slide out
No,
of this
no, not
before
to
I get
Michael.
punched. There might
Nah,
be
man.
punches being swung.
Nah, man.
No,
Chill.
this
Leave
is,
Mike
no.
alone.
There's certain people that we're very sensitive about. Michael Jackson
Yeah,
is one of them.
Michael
Let's
Jackson
not,
is one of them. Let's leave that alone, please. Thank you.
He gave us
Co-sign.
Thriller. Let's not.
Leave him alone, man. He gave us more than that, bro. You gotta
He
stop
gave,
smearing
he
my
gave
man's
us the
name.
milk and cookies by the bedside because that's what the kids like.
Listen, that's not. Listen, stop.
Oh,
Stop it.
see?
Stop it.
Look,
You're being disrespectful.
Look.
Being real
No.
disrespectful. Leave Mike
No,
alone,
no,
man.
no.
No, change the subject. Yeah,
Michael
change the
Jackson
subject.
here,
Change the
okay?
subject. Let's
No.
not do that to Mike.
Go make fun of was it Jack Harlow, whoever the rappers are. You can make fun of Eminem, whomever you want. Not the Jackson 5. Not Michael.
Even though Carl was talking the other day that it's disgusting how the brothers have the same wife and kids, but now we're gonna act like we can't talk about the Jackson 5.
I said Michael. I didn't talk about the others. I don't care about the others.
I meant to say he was part of the Jackson 5. I don't know about the other guys. I've never even seen them.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't
Have
Tito
you
still
never
have a
seen
wave
the
that, like-
other? You've never seen the other brothers?
Nobody cares
haven't
about
seen him in
them.
a
We
long
don't care
time.
about the
I
others.
think
We
Tito
only
still
care
has
about Mike.
the finger wave popping.
Yeah, I guess the
seen
fact
the
you're
other
talking
guys.
about is
The
that
denial that's going on right now between
About what?
them.
about what? Leave Mike alone.
No. Look, I don't know what Michael did. I'm just simply saying he gave us Thriller. That's it. Okay.
He didn't do
That's all I'm
anything.
saying.
He didn't do anything. Leave him alone.
All
He
right.
didn't do nothing.
All right, on that note, have
Oh,
a
my
great
goodness.
Thanksgiving, everyone. The three of
Happy
you
Thanksgiving.
have a fabulous
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Take
I
care, fellas.
appreciate
Be
it
well.
for all of you.
Be safe.
Bye. I'm just waiting for J-Lex to leave. Like the show is, you could go. I need my fight. Thank you. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. It was a little spicy. Always me and Carl Coulange, always
What's up?
arguing. But at the end of the day,
It was a good show.
you know I love
I'm
you.
about to cry.
I'm not about to cry. You are not with my tears. All right, everybody, have a great week. I won't be on next week because of Thanksgiving, but I'll be back with new show in December. And it's time to bring the girls out so we can talk about what we want to talk about. Be good, have fun, gobble gobble until you wobble. This is the B Show. I'm your host, Deborah Voltaire Coulange. And remember, be you, do you, for you. And I would like to dedicate this show to everyone who has lost a family member. And this holiday, when that seat is empty, don't think of that person not being there. Think of all the great memories that you share. Bye.